Good evening, class. Yeah, once more welcome to our online class about 304. About 304, we've had about 3 classes for now, and this is the 4th one that we shall be having today. General ecology. When we started this class, we have looked into the study of ecology. We have also looked at the cycling of nutrients in the ecosystem. We have also looked at interactions and succession in ecosystem. That was what we did last week. So for today, like I said, will be population dynamics. And that is what we shall be looking at. We're going to look at life table, population pyramids, survivorship curve, types of these curves, and how we can understand the evolutionary strategy of population. Sad to say, students have not shown up for this class, but then I have to do recording of it so that you can click on the link and to see those classes we have done for the past few weeks. Without wasting much of my time, I want to screenshot or share the screen to see the PowerPoint that I've been prepared for this class. So we'll be starting with the school intro. It's an opportunity to welcome everybody to this online class about 304. It's general ecology. I want to take this opportunity to meet students who are already experts of what we shall be doing this semester. We shall be having lectures already. We've had about 1 or 2 lectures now on the study of the ecosystem. Also about cycling of nutrients in ecosystem. We're going to speak about 5 other topics. We're going to also be interaction section in ecosystem. We shall also look at population dynamic, which includes principles that are used to make population structure. Also, right. Without wasting much time, that was an introductory video, which is already on the first page on these courses we should be doing each week. General ecology, about 304. My name remains Esene Wemeko. We did some study about population, and just a collection of individuals, same species that live together in the region. And the study of it is what we call population ecology. Changes over time. And it is observed that population can decline and can also increase. And it's determined, these are affected by factors that could be biotic or biotic factors. And there are conditions, situations where populations will get to its carrying capacity, which has to do with the fact that there's a maximum population abundance as a result of available resources that can sustain it. When we do population study, we're talking about numerical data that are collected when we undergo population study. And these data are presented in various ways, depending on what you are looking at. Such data will be in form of a table or figure. This is what we know as life table. The life table, as we talk about, usually represents data for a cohort, but also can be produced using age-structured data. So a cohort is a group of organisms from one population which are roughly the same age. So we have a population structure that determines these cohorts that we are talking about. Now, the next slide shows population pyramids, what they call population pyramids. Because another way of representing population data is by population pyramid. And this is often used in human demography. Why? Because the advantage they have is they can show males and females separately, even on the same graph. And as you can see, it is a population pyramid of people in Austria, United States, and Kenya. And as you can see, the population structure of Kenya, United States, and Austria differs, very differs. Yes. We can see the male and the female structure. So the population pyramid is usually two bar graphic, back to back with male and the female, the right and the left axis, which shows the composition of population by age and also sex. And so where population pyramids are represented, the shapes of this pyramid reflects the births and also the death rates of the population. The births and the death rate of the population. Yes, what we're trying to say is that, take for example, the population in Kenya. From 0 to 4 years, you can see how the population is, assuming, okay, this is 0 to 10 and 0 to 10 this other way. In Kenya, we have more population of 0 to 4 as compared to United States that has 0 to 4 and 0 to 4, whereas in Kenya we have 0 to 10. See? And at the age 75, see, at the age 75, that's where you have the climax. Whereas as compared to those in United States of America, where you could see, sorry, just taking light, where you could see that people are still about 0 to 2 or so, and 0 to 3 of female in United States. So, assuming you're using population pyramids for human, where population pyramid represents the number of the whole country, the shape of the pyramid reflects the birth and the death rate. I've just mentioned that. Both every pyramid shows increasing annual birth rate or high birth rate and high infant mortality. The top heavy pyramids with more old people that are expected to show a decreasing birth rate and good adult survival, just as we have in the case of Austria. Austria has a good adult survivor, but shows a decreasing birth rate. So in most human population pyramids, the number of female will be disappropriately large as compared with the number of males. So it is noted that in any population pyramid, it's always a fact that the number of female are much longer than that of the male. And female most even live longer life than the male. Right. Apart from population pyramids, we have what they call age structure diagram. The age structure diagram, in this case, shows an expanding population, a stable population, and also diminishing population. A shows an expanding population because we can see the reproductive age more than the post-reproductive. Stable, it's saying where the pre-reproductive and the reproductive are the same, and as compared to post-reproductive. Whereas in diminishing, we have a less pre and reproductive age as compared to post-reproductive. So we have more of post-reproductive age group in a diminishing population. Sad to say, such population is having a problem. It's having a problem that is affecting the productive groups that falls under this category. So another way to express the characteristics of a population study is the use of what we know as survivorship curve. This is a graph that shows the number of individuals which survive per thousands of population through each phase of life. This is a graph that shows the number of individuals which survives per thousands of population through each phase of life. Even when the population is less than 1,000, it is standardized to a standard so that the life table can be easily compared with. So what we're trying to say is that even though you're doing a population study that is not up to 1,000, but it has to be rounded up to 1,000 so that the life table will be easy to compare. So beside using numbers, so that can also be represented using a semi-plot curve. Yes, can be used semi-plot curve, and this could be seen in the next figure, where you have type 1, type 2, and also type 3 population. Take, for example, in Hydra. Individuals are equally likely to die at any age, as indicated by the straight survivorship curve. Yes. Hydra, or even in some beds, as we have in the case here. In some beds, that is to mean that the individuals are likely to die at the same age. Now, for frogs, on the other hand, produce vast number of offspring, but only a few of which lives to reproduce. However, once they become established and grow into reproductive work, their mortality extremely very low. And that falls under the category 3 or type 3 survivorship curve. Then for humans, even though human babies are still to death at relative high rate, the highest mortality in people occur later in life in their post-reproductive years. So that's why you see the curve, type 1 curve, are being attributed to humans. Yes, even though we have mortality at the lower age, but we still realize that the high rates, or highest mortality in people occurs later in their life, and that's possibly the post-reproductive years. So many animals and protists population in nature probably have zoological that lies somewhere between these characteristics of 2 and 3. See? 2 and 3. And that's why plant population with high mortality at the seed and seedling stage are probably closer to what we can describe